Welcome to another lesson in Tech with Timothy. Today, we're going to learn how to install a new app on your iPhone. To get started, we'll need to go to the App Store. So, from your home screen,
Selected. Screen record. Mail. 300. App Store.
we're going to double tap on App Store.
App Store. Search. Heading. Games. Apps. Stories. Advertisement. Button. Tab bar. Selected. Search. Tab.
Now, I got lucky this time. It was on the Search tab when I opened it. But sometimes when you open the App Store app, in fact, 9 times out of 10, it's probably going to go to the Today tab. So if that happens to you, just go to the bottom of the page.
Today. Tab. 1 of 5.
And see we have multiple tabs listed here. From left to right, they are Today,
Games. Tab. 2 of 5.
Games,
Apps. Tab. 3 of 5.
Apps,
Arcade. Tab. 4 of 5.
Arcade,
Selected. Search. Tab. 5.
and Search. So the Search tab, it says, is selected, so that lets us know that we are indeed in the correct place. So the next thing we need to do is double tap on the search text field so that we can type in the app we want. In my case, I need to get an app for the FedEx company, the same company that a lot of you probably receive your shipments from when you get a note taker for the blind. I'm actually I'm waiting for a new note taker to come along for me, the Braille 5th Gen to be specific. And I've had some issues with the delivery coming. I've been home a lot, but they're claiming that I was apparently not in the right place at the right time and no one received the delivery. And I tried to go set up an account online to manage that delivery, but the account online feature was not working. So I'm going to get the app with hopes that I can use that as an alternative to set up an account. It could be that maybe the app's working, but the web interface is not. So we'll find out on that off camera. But meanwhile, I thought it would be fun to install the app on this demonstration, since once you install an app for the first time, you can't go back and necessarily do it again, at least with the process that I'm about to show you. So with that in mind, we're going to double tap on the text field.
Discover. Heading. Make up games. Dictate. Button. Games. Apps. Search. Heading. Games. Apps. Stories. And more. Search field. Double tap to
I
edit.
just swiped my finger left and right across the screen till I found that box that says Games, Apps, Stories, and More, Search field. Now, we're going to double tap it.
Insertion point. Search field is editing. Games.
Now, for this part of the demonstration, you may be installing a different app. So this is where you want to enter the app name. It is important to already have the correct name of that app memorized before you get to this step. Because if you don't, there's not really any way you can go find out what that is without going on the internet, either with your phone or with a nearby computer, to look up the app name again. So you'll need to know at least the company name that produced it, but preferably the app name, before you even begin watching this video. And so I'm just going to type FedEx.
Shift. Cap T. Cap F. Cap E. E. D. D. E. E. Z. X. X.
And let's see what comes up. The return key is in the bottom right of your keyboard, so I'm going to go to that.
Dict search. Use the rotor to access misspelled words.
And I'm going to double tap.
FedEx Mobile, track, ship, locations, and more. 4.5 stars, 197K ratings, button, a white surface with a gray border.
Okay, so we just got a ton of information from that. It gave us the app name, its rating on the App Store in stars, the company that produces it, and it even gave a description of what the app does. That is the one we want. And so what I'm going to do first is double tap on this app.
Artwork, FedEx Mobile, image, more content available. FedEx Mobile, heading. Track, ship, locations, and more, button.
So what this does is it actually opens up. This is almost similar to the idea of when you go to Google and you Google the information and it brings up a list of different options. And you can browse through those options and each option will have the heading with the name of the page, a description of what's on that page below it, and then a web link in order to access that information at another time. On this, it's very similar, except in the place of where the web link should go, it has a button to install the app. And depending on if the app is free or a paid app, it will either say get for a free app, or it will say the amount of money, like $4.99, for example, if it's a paid app that you're planning to install. So, what I did was I double tapped on the app app title so that I could learn some more information about it. So let's scroll through here and see what we've got.
Get button. Share button.
There's the get, there's the share button. So say you got a friend that is looking for this app and is not very tech savvy, but has a smartphone, then you might want to share that app with your friend. And you can do it by double tapping that option and choosing to send a link in an email or in a text message or whatever you like.
197K ratings, 4.7.
197K, which means 197,000 ratings. So that's a pretty good sign.
AGE, 4+ years old.
So what that means is the apps are divided into different categories based on people's age, and this is determined by the content that's in the app. The safest apps are rated 4+. Although, personally, I don't know why anyone that's 4 years old up to maybe a teenager would want to use an iPhone when there's so many other things to do out there. And they have a lot more time to go and explore the world than we grown-ups do. But for the sake of age ratings, that's what they've done. That's basically like your old rating for everyone back in the day. And then I think they have an 8+ option, a 13+, and then 18+. And it's not just determined based upon, say, explicit content, in other words, foul language or anything like, or bad pictures, but they also determine it based upon what you're doing in that app. So, for instance, if you're doing online banking, probably those apps are going to be 18+, because I believe most bank accounts require you, in order to own a bank account, you have to be at least 18 years old. So that gives you a general idea of what that's about.
Chart 16, number sign, business.
So the chart is something that's relatively new. I believe what that does is it kind of gives you an idea of what category this app falls into.
Developer, FedEx.
Okay, developer, that's pretty obvious.
Language, EN, plus 33 more.
So, you get English as well as 33 other languages. So, definitely compatible across the globe.
Size, 109 MB.
109 megabytes for the size.
Screenshot, image, more content available. A screenshot of a cell phone with text on it. Possible text, 11.
All right, so the screenshots are not going to be very helpful to us as blind people because all they do is give the sighted world some pictures of the app. And VoiceOver has gotten pretty good lately about being able to interpret some screenshots to an extent, but I would not put all my reliability on those. As a blind person, I would want to have that be like the last thing I look at.
Screenshot, image, more content available. A screenshot of a cell phone with text on it. Possible text, control your deliveries. 6:35. D at Wadi.
So see, it kind of reads a little bit of gobbledygook, so I would not put all of my eggs into the basket of screenshots.
Screenshot, image, more content. Screenshot, 6, iPhone, iPad, and Apple Watch apps, button. Create a shipping label, track shipment status and manage your packages wherever you are with the FedEx mobile app. Use the app to get quick rates, find a pickup or drop-off location, scan barcodes, and view rewards. Enroll in FedEx Delivery Manager Register to customize when and where you'd like to receive your packages. Available in all regions. Bullet. Track the status of all incoming or outgoing packages. Bullet. Create the mobile shipment label and request to pick up star bullet. Enable push notifications to get updates on your shipments and a sound notification on delivered shipments. Star bullet. Scan the barcode for easy tracking. Star bullet. Find a FedEx location near you. Star bullet. View or cancel a scheduled pickup. Bullet. Create a new pickup. Bullet. Get Apple Watch access to. Track status of packages and to find locations. Bullet. Get shipment cost estimates and delivery times. Bullet. Access your shipper address. Bullet. Log in with the touch of a finger or with facial recognition. Bullet. Search your list of shipments by tracking number, references, vendors, and more. Bullet. Use your phone to measure your package dimensions. Available in some regions. Bullet. Enroll in FedEx Delivery Manager to hold a package at a preferred FedEx location. Leave delivery instruction for the courier. Sign for a package requiring your signature. Request a vacation hold. Bullet. Reroute your package to a FedEx location to pick up at your convenience. Bullet. Ship directly to a FedEx designated location. Bullet. Scan your door tag to get information and options regarding your missed shipment. Bullet. Access a chat assistant for FedEx mobile app and services questions. Bullet. Create a login for more.
Okay, I'm going to stop that. You get the idea. So that is the part that we as blind people need to look for, is that nice long description. In this case, it was below the screenshots. That may vary from one app to another, but that's what you ultimately want to look for as a blind person. If you're installing a new app and you want to learn more about it before you actually say yay or nay. And that would be especially true if it's a paid app. I mean, because most of us blind folks, we don't make much income. So we have to be extremely frugal with what we have. And even if we were better off, we still should always try to be as frugal as we can and not spend more than we have to. And so before I spend any money on an app, I always want to know as much about it as I can and do my homework to find out, is this the right app for me, or is there something else that can do it better for less money or no money at all even?
FedEx Developer button. Ratings and reviews heading.
Okay, and so now we get into the ratings and reviews part of this. And so this is where people have posted their thoughts and opinions about the app.
See all button. 4.7 out of 5.
So they show you, there's a see all button, so they show you the highlights. And if you want to see all of them, you would double tap on the see all button. And then you could go in there and read as many reviews as you like. So you can thoroughly do your homework here within the App Store. So if you do your homework on the website of the developer and the App Store too, you are sure to find what you want for the most affordable price possible, if money is involved.
5 stars, 88%.
All right, 88% of the reviewers put 5 stars down. That's good.
4 stars, 6%.
4 stars, 6%.
3 stars, 2%. 2 stars, 1%. 1 star, 3%.
So that's a good sign that 86% of the people rating it gave it a 5-star rating. That's a very good sign.
197,211 ratings.
Whoa. So that gives you an idea of how many people have rated it.
Poor, 1 way ago, 2 stars, Redcore 85, list page shows Monday as the scheduled delivery date, delivery detail page shows Sunday. Not even sure it's the app's fault as much as FedEx just having a pretty crappy system. When they lost my...
Okay, excuse that foul language. We do not like to have that language in our videos, but I did not look at this app beforehand, so I didn't realize that people would be talking like that. So excuse that. I do not endorse that language whatsoever. So, yeah, kids, if there's any kids watching these videos, I highly recommend that you do not do this by yourself. This should be an adult video, so aka kids, you can't watch this video. So, sorry. Okay, so that pretty much gives us an idea of what's in here. So this is a very thorough layout of what's in this app. So with that in mind, I'm going to hit the back button.
Search, back button.
You could hit the get button from in here, but I want to show you how I tend to get apps most of the time.
Search. FedEx mobile, track, artwork, image, more content.
So what I do, especially in this case, since I have used FedEx for a long time and know all the ins and outs of their system for the most part. I mean, I don't know the ins and outs from somebody who works there's perspective, but I do know all the ins and outs in terms of delivery and tracking numbers and things like that. So in those types of situations, I know this app is legit, so I'm just going to scroll to the get button.
Artwork, image, more content available. A photo containing artwork, image, more content. FedEx mobile, track, ship, locations, and more. Get button.
Okay, and I'm going to double tap on the get button.
Load alert. Double click to install. Confirm with side button. Confirm with side button.
Now, if you have an iPhone SE or older, you're going to have to double click your home button, which is the circular round button at the bottom of the screen. If you have an iPhone 10 or later, you're going to have to double click your side button. And since I have an iPhone 12 mini, I'm going to double click the side button now and scan my Face ID.
Face ID. App Store. Heading. Cancel button. FedEx Mobile. FedEx account. Annual install button. Face not recognized. Sign in with Apple ID.
Okay, and it's wanting me to sign in. So, given that, I will probably have to. I'm going to try canceling it and see if it'll let me try again.
Cancel button. Confirm with side. Double click to install. App Store. Head. Cancel. FedEx. Cancel button.
Sometimes Face ID doesn't always work. It may be that because I'm doing this video, it's not going to let me do it.
FedEx Mobile. Track. Get button. Alert. Double click to install. Face ID. App Store. Heading. Get button. Loading button. Double tap to cancel download. A screenshot of a phone's get button. FedEx Mobile. Track. Ship. Location.
Okay, it worked that time. Thank goodness. Yeah, I was about to say, I don't want to have to enter my password on video. I mean, I could always mute the speech and all you would see is characters on the screen, but it would be a bit harder to do it that way.
Open button.
Okay, and so the app has downloaded, so the download button changes to open. Now, what I was telling you earlier, the reason I wanted to show you the full installation process here is because Apple actually makes life very easy for you. So even if you uninstall an app from your phone that you no longer need, it still keeps it in your account records. So if you go to reinstall that app the next time, instead of saying get on that button, it says download, because it realizes, oh, you already own this app. So we're going to keep it on your account for you in case you uninstalled it by mistake. So again, this keeps you accountable. If you're installing apps that are not good, then you're going to have to bear the burden for the rest of for the remainder of your Apple ID, because those apps never go away. To my knowledge, there is no way to remove them from your Apple ID once you get them. So the only way that you could erase that history is to completely get rid of your Apple ID and go with a new Apple ID from scratch. So definitely wants you to think twice about what you get, because that will sit there to haunt you. If you get something bad, it'll sit there and haunt you as long as you have that Apple ID. So with that in mind, that is a general overview of how you get apps from the App Store.
Control Center. Camera. Sleep. Selected. Camera. Selected. Accessibility. Selected. Voice memo. Selected. Screen recording.